Anyone want to give me your best worst interview tips?
Ooh.
Be honest.
Yeah.
It's true.
When they ask you, I once
How many hours of sleep are you
torpedoed
on, dude?
an interview
Oh yeah.
that I had otherwise aced when they asked me where I saw myself in 5 years.
And what did you say?
I said I wanted to go back and do my PhD,
Oh yeah.
and they're like,
Bye-bye.
like, and they're like, I suppose you're supposed to say, oh, I'll be doing your job in 5 years, right? And everyone laughs, and
You know, it's the Mitch Hedberg response of celebrating the 5-year anniversary of you asking me this question.
Donkey punch.
I can't believe you actually had an interview where they asked you that for real.
yeah, when
That's
you see
supposed to be
yourself
a
in 5 like that. That's like the shorthand of what an interview is. right?
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like I don't know. Probably.
Hopefully not dead.
That
Yeah.
really depends on how you treat me as an employee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
paying an
Yeah.
actual mortgage, maybe.
Yeah. They also asked me how much I expected to be paid, and I'm like, that's what I'm supposed to ask. Like,
When I get
I-
the job.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I ask how much they're paying me.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like, let's not pretend that I want to do this job.
Right. Yeah.
I need
That's
this
why it's
for
a
money.
job,
Yeah.
not a hobby.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
I went to an interview and they did ask me at the end. They're like, so how much are you looking to get paid? Which I'm like, that is actually I went to 2 interviews for private companies who asked me that, which is why I like working for public institutions because they usually have a grid and they just put you on the grid and say you are
get
here.
this pay rate.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so when I went and they'd asked me at this one company, they said, well, how much are you hoping to make? I said, well, as much as I'm making right now in my current job. And they're like, oh, like they didn't expect that answer, right? And they're
Yeah.
like, can we ask you how much that is? And I told them, they said, oh, well, we would be paying close to that, but not really. But you do get excellent benefits. And I'm thinking, I work at UVic. You are not going to beat my benefits.
like how much do you see yourself making here? 90,000 a year.
Yeah.
Parking space.
Yeah.
Excellent. 3 weeks of vacation. What
Health,
are you
dental,
offering?
vision. You
What are you
know,
offering? We'll negotiate.
2-to-1 pension pay down. That's what
Yeah.
I want. You know, like.
I'm about to go into performance reviews at this point. Performance
Oh.
review and professional development.
Yeah.
And I love these things because oh, you're going to ask me to take on more responsibilities for the same pay.
Mm-hmm.
This makes sense. How?
Yeah, why would I want that? And thank you, engineering, for pointing out that we do only have 9 minutes remaining on the D&D World lot. So if you are interested, that's good because 9 minutes, it's a $9 donation drive. All you have to do is go to desertbus.org/donate and make a donor account, and you kick in $9 or any multiple of 9 thereof, so 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54. Any donation, $90,000 if you want to, if you want a shot at this, and each one of those 9s is your chance, is an entry to win the D&D World lot, which is Betrayal at Baldur's Gate, which is a fantastic adaptation of Betrayal at the House on the Hill, and also the D&D 5th edition Tomb of Annihilation module, plus also the Tomb of Annihilation dice set to go with that lovely module. So do get in on that. Thank you to Engage Mox Boarding House. I keep saying Engage in front of it because it's there.
Engage.
I'm assuming that's okay because I've always known it as Mox Boarding House, but I'm assuming Engage Mox Boarding House is what I'm supposed to call it. So that cool. Anybody else have any interview tips for me?
Like good ones or bad ones?
The best worst ones.
Best worst ones.
You got to go in to an interview, and the first thing you want to do is stab a lemon.
Like you want to establish dominance.
Yeah.
Over the lemon.
Yeah.
And then also do something that will make you memorable.
Swear a lot?
Lie.
Wait, so Cam told me
Let's
be
be
honest, and you
honest.
told me lie.
Be honest about lying?
I'm going to tell you a bunch of things today. I need you to understand they're all lies.
I always tell the truth, but I always
You
lie.
go to the interview and you say, you can ask me 3 questions. One of me tells a lie.
When Cam says be honest, he's saying like when they're asking you about negative stuff, you just like go whole hog and just start confessing every single terrible thing you've
All the
done.
bad stuff I've ever done. Okay.
Right. When I say lie, it's like, so how good are you at thing X? And you say, I am an expert at thing X, having zero knowledge of what thing X is.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I don't know what Thing X is either.
The key is you're selling yourself.
Yeah. It's
So
like,
you-
I understand Erlang.
Yes.
Come on.
So you must.
Stop.
Hey.
That's something.
Key is to sell yourself, and like any salesman, you don't tell the whole truth, but you don't straight up lie to them.
But like actually sell yourself. Like
Yeah.
walk in there and be like, this is my price.
Yeah.
I am Ian Horner, and I am worth about this much on the open market.
I am a
I mean-
cheap lay.
Are we talking
Like,
like you as a slave or like the components of you?
Let me tell you, I have a lot of organs, and I do consider my skin an organ.
I mean, what I discovered working for the oil company is not only do I have a price, but it's reasonable.
See, I'm self-employed, so my advice is probably terrible because I'm my own boss, and Sally, my boss, is a jerk.
Well, I mean, you hired you.
Yeah, and I'm regretting that decision every day.
After every question, 100-yard stare, single tear. You can manage it. You can manage it.
Better yet, bring in the Indian from that littering commercial and
Right.
have him give the single tear after every question.
Exactly.
From
Just right
past,
to him.
from through the door.
What is that? What is that telling them? Is that telling them that it's like my answer was just kind of really disappointing to that man? It's kind of like he did a bad thing by telling you that. Oh, he's destroying the environment with his words. I don't know what's going on there.
It just means he hates trash.
Noise
That answer was
pollution.
trash.
You are trash.
Oh my goodness.
What is your greatest weakness?
Yes.
My intense self-loathing.
Yes.
This flashing area?
The fact you can puncture my skin with a pound of pressure behind a sword.
If you put me into an airless environment, I will cease functioning in about a minute.
I bleed for fun.
Is it which?
So when you look at my criminal background check, the word felony comes up a lot. But you know, I mean, what is a felony?
But you'll
really?
notice it's spelled wrong. So give them answers that confuse them.
What I want you to
Elon
know
in
is that
felony.
I didn't do most of it.
Personally, I think assault and battery is subjective.
Holy Christ! Oh my goodness!
Another good one is to ask them repeatedly why they're shouting at you, even if they are not. And then by the end of it, they're like whispering and they're very confused. And it's, why are you shouting at? I don't want to.
Can I? I'm so.
I just need to know what your address is.
Do you have any previous experience? No, I'm so sorry.
Is
And
Ben
then when all
around?
else fails, just drop a smoke grenade and run.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Shit, I'll have to make some smoke grenades.
Always remember that the first person to release the handshake is the loser.
Turn it into an arm wrestle.
Yeah.
Just crush their hand. That's how they know you're serious.
Oh my god.
Okay, I have your job now.
I have.
Remember, like the handshake. Then they belt the hand together and draw a Bowie knife.
Right.
Also, if you want to get a good advantage, bring your own Bowie knife.
Yeah, that's a pro tip. They don't often provide them.
No.
Sit down.
They'll test, and if you, they'll give you a purple Bowie knife, so they know to throw those applications that are filled in with a purple Bowie knife.
Now, if you want to get clever, when he pulls out the Bowie knife, just open your hand and try to like take his, because that will show that you're really prepared.
I had heard that one of the things they do to resumes, we are 3 minutes away from getting to draw for this. One of the things that I've heard about in retail situations, when they get a resume and they're like, oh, we need to record this and send this to the back, because you hand it over to somebody like, yeah, okay, I'll send this on to whomever based on the conversation you have. The person taking your resume, you might watch them like write 110 on your resume.
110 that application.
Yeah, and apparently what happens is, what that means is that when you leave, they finish the N
yeah.
in that no. That's
yeah,
what
because
that's
they
for.
hear 110 and I'm like, oh, I got 110.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, and it's like no.
No, you just draw the diagonal.
Goodness. I know convince this person in the UK to go to bed. It's almost 1 p.m. I got up an hour ago. Wait, you got up an hour ago and it's almost 1 p.m.?
Nice.
I don't understand. Yeah.
Good for
Sound
you.
well rested.
Living the dream.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on when they went to sleep.
well, that's the thing. I think you should go to sleep because if you're awake and you got up an hour ago and it's noon, you got nothing else going on today, so you might as well just sleep through the whole
Just
day.
run it. Just run it back.
Just run it back. Just
More sleep.
Oh yeah, Chad also brought up another excellent piece of advice. Give him the Vulcan hello.
peace and long life.
No, the Vulcan hello was open fire on the Klingons first.
Right. Yes. From Discovery, I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
All right. We.
I haven't seen this.
We didn't hire him. It was hilarious. We didn't hire him. I was in charge of hiring for a company. And I had a guy walk in what essentially was a velvet suit, hand me a business card with his face on it and like a poorly photoshopped Caribbean background. And it just said hire me and his phone number. He handed that to me, walked out, and I just sort of stared at it. I'm like,
Bold.
Yeah.
I mean, there's confidence, but no.
I find that most interviews are done best when you're impersonating Wallace Shawn.
And this is going to end there, and we'll worry about that in a second.